Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor. The Daily Compliance News for July 20, 2022, the Going to Trial edition. And we begin with that story from the Wall Street Journal. The no-nonsense judge at the Delaware Chancery Court has set an October trial date in the lawsuit by Twitter to force Elon Musk to follow through on his promise to buy the company. This is certainly a blow to Elon Musk, who wanted to delay and obfuscate as much as possible. The judge has also set a 5-day trial schedule when Musk's team said it would take at least 30 days. So the reputation of this no-nonsense judge really appears to be that, no nonsense. I wish I could buy a ticket. Next up, also from the Wall Street Journal, this time from the Risk and Compliance Journal, Mingy Sun reporting, the cryptocurrency industry was until recently a finance star, both institutional and individual investors putting money in and talent going to this sector. Now the rapid drop in crypto prices and the fortunes of these companies have changed overnight, prompting some huge layoffs, particularly in the area of risk and compliance. Although finance services companies often cut compliance staff during economic downturns, compliance experts say reducing such staffs at crypto companies could carry regulatory and reputational risks as the sector continues to face legal scrutiny. Compliance specialists join firms for salaries and titles and for good compliance culture. If a firm has a reputation of cutting their staff when the market gets tough, it's certainly going to be hard to hire good people going forward. Next up from MarketWatch, someone we have not heard from for a while on the Daily Compliance News, Italian prosecutors have dropped a legal challenge over the acquittal of Eni and its managers in a corruption case related to an oil drilling rights in Nigeria. This means the acquittals of the managers have now become full and final. This was a very interesting corruption case because the claim was not that Eni had bribed people to get the contracts in place. It was that they had paid money directly to the Nigerian government, and then the Nigerian government paid bribes to get this deal done. And this was certainly something new and different from traditional anti-corruption laws and enforcement actions such as those under the FCPA, UK Bribery Act, Clean Companies Act, and others, but a big goose egg for Italian prosecutors. And finally, in an extremely odd fraud case, an Amazon data center dispute, which is in civil litigation, where Amazon claims that the cost has been literally billions in a tainted deal between a real estate dealer, or rather a developer, and his own employees. The Department of Justice has stepped in and basically put everyone in timeout. They told Amazon to let them investigate, and they told the employees to quit defending the civil case. Very odd indeed. And as someone who has lived in Texas all their life and certainly knows what heat is, I want to give a shout out to London and the United Kingdom for their hottest day ever. Stay cool, my friends. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.